Hello friends, I welcome you all in one more knowledgeable interesting video. Today in this video we're going to discuss about one very interesting judgment of ITIT Mumbai bench in the matter of Board of Cricket Council of India. Yes, this is the judgment of BCCI versus Principal Commissioner of Income Tax. BCCI, one of the richest board in India. Yes, there is one very interesting judgment that we're going to discuss about in this video. Let's start with background of the case. What's the background? What was the dispute that was raised? BCCI, Board of Cricket Council of India, and this judgment is a latest judgment which is pronounced on 2nd of November 2021, and this judgment is really very important for those charitable organizations who have applied for registration and those who have also amended their objects. This judgment has direct implication. This judgment have direct implications on those charitable organizations especially. So please stay with us for the entire video if you wish to have full knowledge of this judgment. If you would like to have full copy of this order, then you can write your mail ID in the comment box. We will send you the complete order of this ITIT Mumbai bench in the matter of BCCI. So let's talk about background of the case. What's the background? BCCI granted registration under section 12A on 12th of February 1996, means BCCI was already registered with the Income Tax Department as a charitable organization. BCCI applied for a fresh registration. Why BCCI applied for the fresh registration? The purpose of applying for the fresh registration arises due to amendment in the Memorandum of Association to implement the recommendations of committee chaired by Shri R.M. Lodha ji, former Chief Justice of India, as approved by Honorable Supreme Court of India on 9th of August 2018 on the directions of Honorable Supreme Court of India. On the basis of recommendations of Mr. R.M. Lodha, former Chief Justice of India, BCCI mandatorily have to amend its object clause in Memorandum of Association, and if BCCI amended its Memorandum of Association, then BCCI have to reapply for registration as a charitable organization with the Income Tax Department. Next is Principal Commissioner of Income Tax passed an order rejecting application for grant of registration under section 12A1B. Principal Commissioner of Income Tax do not find merits in the application of registration of BCCI as a charitable organization. So, Principal CIT, in this case, the relevant jurisdictional officer rejected the application of BCCI and declined to grant registration under section 12AA. BCCI being aggrieved party appealed before ITIT Mumbai bench against the order passed by Principal Commissioner of Income Tax rejecting the application, and Principal Commissioner of Income Tax passed the order rejecting the application for registration under section 12A1B read with section 12AA. It was the entire background of the case, the entire background summary of the case, that BCCI was already registered and BCCI mandatorily have to amend its object clause in its Memorandum of Association, and BCCI amended its object clause in Memorandum of Association. So next important discussion in this matter is that why Principal Commissioner of Income Tax rejected registration application of BCCI under section 12A1B read with section 12AA. That what are those grounds, what are those stands that Principal CIT has taken while issuing denial of registration order, that what are those reasons that why Principal CIT rejected registration application of BCCI. Let's talk about that. It is a very important part of discussion for this judgment. New constitution of BCCI. New constitution means amended MOA as per the directions of Honorable Supreme Court of India. New constitution of BCCI is not genuine, is non-genuine and not in accordance with the objects. As we all know, what is the object of BCCI is to promote the game of cricket. This is I would say the supreme object of BCCI, and Principal CIT found that the new constitution of BCCI is non-genuine and not in accordance with the object. Second, Activities of BCCI are in the nature of business, cannot be held to be charitable purpose. Principal CIT in her order concluded that the activities of BCCI are in the nature of business, trade or commerce and are profit making activities and cannot be held to be charitable in nature. Next is proviso to section 2 clause 15 is attracted. What section 2 clause 15 says? It is a definition section and this clause 15 contains definition regarding charitable activities or charitable purposes as defined in the act. And in those charitable purposes there is one purpose which is known as advancement of any object for the benefit of general public or for general public utility. This is the one of the charitable purpose, but in section 2 clause 15 it is mentioned that कि अगर किसी चैरिटेबल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का ये ऑब्जेक्ट है और वो कोई भी एक्टिविटी करता है जो कि बिजनेस, कॉमर्स या ट्रेड या फिर रेवेन्यू जनरेटिंग या फिर फीस कलेक्शन एक्टिविटीज से होती है और वो रेवेन्यू एक साल में 25 लाख रुपीज से ज्यादा का होता है, तो वो सेक्शन 11 और सेक्शन 12 में जो एग्जेम्पशंस मिलती हैं उनका बेनिफिट नहीं ले सकता. प्रिंसिपल कमिश्नर ऑफ इनकम टैक्स हैव टेकन द सपोर्ट ऑफ सेक्शन 2 clause 15 as per definition of charitable purpose and has mentioned in her order that the revenue of BCCI out of business activities is obviously more than 25 lakh. So I am denying the registration application. Next is huge surplus generated from activities like IPL matches. Yes, BCCI is generating huge surplus, huge revenue from activities like IPL matches, which is in the nature of trade, commerce or business. Next is BCCI have entertainment values. BCCI have entertainment values as BCCI is organizing Indian Premier League matches. So these are the important reasons citing in the order by the principal CIT at the time of issuing the order for denial of registration, of BCCI. These are the important grounds. Now let's talk about judgment of ITAT. That what are the observations of ITAT in this case of ITAT Mumbai bench. A very latest order pronounced on 2nd of November 2021, especially important for those taxpayers, those charitable organizations who have amended its MOA due to some reasons, and those who are doing charitable activities. Let's talk about judgment of ITAT, that what are the observations of ITAT in this particular case. Very interesting observations ITAT have given. Section 12A1AB comes into play not simply because there is modification per se in the objects of the SSC. Yes, not simply because there is modification in the objects of the SSC, but because the modification do not conform to the conditions of the registration. Section 12A1B comes into action when two conditions are satisfied. The first one is that SSC has made modification in the object. The second condition is that the said modification is not in conformity with the conditions of registration. Both the conditions have to be satisfied. In the matter of BCCI, only one condition was satisfied, that BCCI has made amendment in the objects, but the conformity was still there with the objects on which the earlier registration was granted. So section 12A1B do not applicable. If it is not applicable, then still SSC is continue to enjoy exemptions of section 11 and 12. In the relevant order of ITAT at the time of issuance of the order, ITAT has also mentioned the comparisons of the objects, the earlier objects and the amended objects. The earlier object as MOA adopted in 1994 and MOA as amended in 2018 in accordance with the directions of Honorable Supreme Court of India. In the said order, when you read the complete copy of the order, you find that the objects are more or less similar, though they are written in the more elaborated language, in the more descriptive language. But when you find out the crux and the core of the object, then you find that the main object, the primary objects are similar. So there is not much difference between the amended object as well as the objects as mentioned at the time of taking earlier registration. Next observation of ITAT in this matter is, on careful perusal of the above chart or the comparison chart, two sets of MOA does not show any change which is contrary to the corresponding clause in the earlier MOA, thus section 12A1B not applicable. यहाँ पे ITAT मुंबई बेंच को अमेंडेड MOA के ऑब्जेक्ट में और जो ऑब्जेक्ट्स पहले अप्रूव हो चुके थे उनमें कोई बहुत ज़्यादा डिफरेंस, कोई बहुत ज़्यादा मेजर डिफरेंस नज़र नहीं आया. Next observation is, objects as per amended MOA do not dilute the fundamental objective of promoting the game of cricket. हाँ जी, observations of ITAT were that yes, we are agree that the object has been amended, पर जो amended object हैं उनमें जो supreme object है, that is the promotion of game of cricket, वो कहीं भी violate होता नहीं दिखता है. Next observation is, there is a difference in object and power. This is very good observation of ITAT के ऑब्जेक्ट और पावर में डिफरेंस है. क्या डिफरेंस है? ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ एसएससी इज द प्रमोशन ऑफ क्रिकेट गेम, हाँ जी, एंड एसएससी हैज पावर्स टू होल्ड आईपीएल टूर्नामेंट फॉर अचीविंग दिस ऑब्जेक्ट. हर चैरिटेबल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के कुछ ऑब्जेक्ट होते हैं और वो अपने कुछ पावर्स का एक्सरसाइज करते हैं उन ऑब्जेक्ट्स को मीट आउट करने के लिए. वैसे ही बीसीसीआई का ऑब्जेक्ट है प्रमोशन ऑफ क्रिकेट, प्रमोशन ऑफ गेम ऑफ क्रिकेट, और उस प्रमोशन के लिए बीसीसीआई ने अपनी पावर्स को यूज किया और उसमें से एक पावर है टू कंडक्ट आईपीएल मैचेस इन इंडिया. एज पर सेक्शन 12A1B, द प्रिंसिपल सीआईटी वाज ओनली रिक्वायर्ड टू एग्जामिन द ऑब्जेक्ट्स एंड नॉट टू एक्सटेंड हर कंसिडरेशन टू द पावर्स वेस्टेड इन बीसीसीआई. सेक्शन 12A1AB के अकॉर्डिंग प्रिंसिपल सीआईटी को सिर्फ और सिर्फ अपनी लिमिटेशंस रखनी चाहिए थी टू एग्जामिन द ऑब्जेक्ट्स बट नॉट टू चेक द पावर विच आर वेस्टेड विद द बीसीसीआई टू अचीव दोज ऑब्जेक्ट्स. नेक्स्ट ऑब्जर्वेशन इज, अनलेस द ब्रिज ऑफ फाइंडिंग वेरिएशंस इन द ऑब्जेक्ट्स ऑफ प्री एंड पोस्ट अमेंडमेंट इज क्रॉस्ड, द ब्रिज इज नॉट क्रॉस्ड इन दिस केस, देयर इज नो ओकेजन टू एग्जामिन एनीथिंग एल्स. जब तक के जो वेरिएशन है अमेंडेड एमओए और प्री अमेंडेड एमओए में, वो वेरिएशंस बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं है, मतलब कि जो सुप्रीम ऑब्जेक्ट है दैट इज़ द ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ प्रमोटिंग गेम ऑफ क्रिकेट, वो वायलेट नहीं होता है, तो कुछ और एग्जामिन करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. नेक्स्ट ऑब्जर्वेशन, प्रोवाइजो टू सेक्शन 215, सेक्शन 2 क्लॉज 15 जो डेफिनेशन बताता है चैरिटेबल पर्पज़ की, कैन ओनली कम इन टू प्ले ऑन ईयर टू ईयर बेसिस. यहाँ पे प्रिंसिपल सीआईटी ने सेक्शन 2 क्लॉज 15 का सपोर्ट लेते हुए रजिस्ट्रेशन एप्लीकेशन रिजेक्ट कर दी थी और ये बोल दिया था कि साहब जो एडवांसमेंट, जो ऑब्जेक्ट है एडवांसमेंट ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ जनरल पब्लिक यूटिलिटी, वहाँ पे बीसीसीआई जो है वो बिजनेस एक्टिविटीज़ में इन्वॉल्व है और रेवेन्यू जनरेट होता है, और जो रेवेन्यू जनरेट होता है वो 25 लाख रुपीज़ से ज़्यादा का होता है. बट यहाँ पे जो डिस्प्यूट था वो ये था कि साहब बीसीसीआई को जो रजिस्ट्रेशन ग्रांट होना है वो वाकई में रिजेक्ट होना चाहिए था या ग्रांट होना चाहिए था. वो डिस्प्यूट ये नहीं था कि सेक्शन 2 क्लॉज 15 एग्जामिन करना है कि वो अट्रैक्ट होता है या नहीं होता है. क्यों? क्योंकि सेक्शन 2 क्लॉज 15 जो है वो तो ईयर ऑन ईयर बेसिस पे आप उसकी एप्लीकेबिलिटी चेक करेंगे, बट जो रजिस्ट्रेशन ग्रांट होता है दैट इज अ वन टाइम एक्सरसाइज. यस, सेक्शन 2 क्लॉज 15 का कनेक्शन है सेक्शन 11 एंड 12 से. अगर 2 क्लॉज 15 सेटिस्फाई नहीं होता है तो एसएससी सेक्शन 11 और 12 की एग्जेम्पशन नहीं लेगा, उन रिसीट्स पे टैक्स पे कर देगा. तो इट हैज नथिंग टू डू विद द ग्रांट ऑफ रजिस्ट्रेशन और डिनायल ऑफ रजिस्ट्रेशन ऑफ द एसएससी. आईटीएटी ने ऐसा ही बोला है, which has nothing to do with the granting or cancellation of registration, though granting of registration is a one time exercise. It is a one time exercise. Proviso to section 2 clause 15 is attracted in any case, then exemption of section 11 12 is denied, registration cannot be cancelled. So section 2 clause 15 has nothing to do with the granting of registration or denial of registration of SSC. ITAT held that SSC was entitled to the continuance of registration under section 12A. Importantly, ये ऑब्जर्वेशंस देते हुए ITAT मुंबई बेंच ने अपने ऑर्डर में ये कहा कि जो BCCI है वो कंटिन्यू होल्ड करेगा अपना 12A का registration, nothing is wrong in that. So the disputed order as passed by principal CIT stands quashed. ये सारे ऑब्जर्वेशंस देते हुए जजमेंट में ITAT बेंच ने जो ऑर्डर पास किया गया था प्रिंसिपल CIT ने, उसको क्वैश कर दिया गया. सो इट वाज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट जजमेंट, a very interesting discussion through this video, especially for those charitable organizations, those who have amended their object clause and somewhere the dispute is raised in and around by section 2 clause 15, by section 12 AA, section 11 and 12 of Income Tax Act 1961. Somewhere you may find your beneficial wordings in this order. If you really wish to have the complete copy of this order, you can write your mail ID in the comment box, or if you have any query relating to income tax, then you can ask that query by writing in the comment box. Thank you for watching this video. If you have really liked this video, please click on the like button. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to it. Thank you. Thanks a lot for watching this video. We will keep coming with many educational videos like this. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Bye.